So we are coming up to the third week of October. Temperatures are getting chilly, and it's time for me to get our outdoor wood boiler going. And one of the things that I need to do before I can do that is pick up a lot of the firewood. Last season we had several loads of firewood that I had cut, and I just kind of dumped them, and I didn't get a chance to stack them, and they all needed split. And so I had split some by hand, but now I'm to the point where I've got about 100, 120 logs today that I want to get split that are just laying, and I want to get those stacked and get organized here and get ready for another season of burning. Yeah, so as we wound down the firewood cutting season last winter, the last several loads I just didn't have room on my firewood pad. So I just started to stack anything that needed to get split that I couldn't burn right away. I started stacking it anywhere I could, and so today I've got my work cut out for me. So I've got this to cut here, and I've got all of this here that needs cut, and everything all back along here. All of this, and I've got all of this back here. So this is what's left of my the open spot on a poured concrete pad, and so I'm gonna get these logs out of here first, get them split so I've got access to the pad, and then all of this stuff back here. Couple tools I'd like to share with you that I use here are my picaroon and my log tongs and safety glasses. And I always have these with me when I'm out splitting firewood or cutting firewood. Obviously these to protect my eyesight. Log tongs, maybe you've seen these, they're becoming more popular. It's basically something that puts a handle on logs. Very convenient, the teeth bite into it. What it does is it saves you from having to bend over dozens and dozens of times as you're loading and unloading firewood, and it really takes the work off your hands, and you really feel it at the end of the day. So I recommend some log tongs. I also use this picaroon. This is made by woodchucktool.com. It's aluminum shaft with a stainless steel tip, so it's really maintenance free. And what this does is it extends your reach. So instead of extending yourself out into awkward positions where you can hurt yourself, this you can reach into the bed of your pickup truck and pull the logs towards yourself. When you're using a log splitter, you know, you can maneuver the logs around without bending over all the time. And it might not seem like much, but when you do that all day long, time after time after time, you definitely feel it at the end of the day. So these are just some simple tools that don't cost a lot that I like to use, and I've learned to use them, and I thought maybe I'd share those with you so it makes your work go a little bit easier. All right, got this fence cleaned up. Look at all this nice wood. Love to see how much that looks like when you get all those logs split up. That log splitter makes it so nice and easy. So that's a good fair amount of wood. So I thought I'd also talk just for a minute about homesteading on a budget, because that's what our channel is all about, is wellness and saving money and doing things on a shoestring budget, because that's our experience when we decided to move out into the country. So it can be expensive. It can be as expensive as you want, or you can be as thrifty as you want. Now our property is small, so that was also intentional, because smaller property means I need smaller equipment. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today is, you know, with firewood. Don't feel like you have to go out and get into debt and get a brand new truck. I would strongly be against that. I knew that I needed a truck to haul firewood, so I'm not putting a lot of miles on it. You know, think about how much you're really going to use it, and that would be the appropriate truck to get. And so I'm hoping that I'll baby this truck and I can get, you know, 2, 3, 4 years out of it and save up until I can afford something a little bit newer. Now behind me is something else that I just picked up. This is an old Chevy truck bed, something I think from the probably mid to late 70s. And I found this from some folks down the road. I didn't know them, but they had it for sale. It has a truck cap that came with it, and I picked this up for $150. Now I had to put new tires on it, but the lights worked. It had a nice truck cap. There's some rust on the body, but the bed and underneath is not bad at all. So for $150 plus I put $200 in tires in it, so for $350 to $400 I can basically double my capacity when I do go out and get firewood. The gas mileage isn't going to change that much, so for $400 I doubled my ability, my efficiency when I go out and haul firewood. So could I have went out and did I go out and look at all the nice landscape trailers and dump trailers? Absolutely. But I knew that I couldn't afford something that was $600, $700 or even, you know, $2,500. So I'm gonna make do with what I have, and I'm hoping that this trailer and that old truck's gonna last me a good long time.